Welcome back to the Realist Reviews. Today's review is focused on Chucky, Episode 3, entitled I Like to Be Hugged. And the official synopsis of I Like to Be Hugged is Chucky reminisces about his first murder, urging Jake to make a choice of killing or being killed. And before I give out my review, please like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what I should review next. I felt like this was not a bad episode because a lot of crazy things takes place in this episode. So the episode just starts off with just Chucky and Jake. They're just talking among just different things. I would have to assume the conversation is about killing folks. Jake, whether or not he's going to kill Lexy, and just Chucky just reminiscing about his old life when he was a kid. And we get a flashback scene of just Chucky at a birthday party, and he is just acting pretty weird and everything. And he's just doing just a lot of just weird things that kids at his age should not be doing and everything. Sometime later, the detective decides to talk to Jake's science teacher and everything. She's doing some investigation on everything else. And then she starts to have some doubts. She starts to feel as if like Jake may have a part of some of these crazy killings that has been happening as of late. And she goes so far to the point to tell her son Devin to stay away from Jake because she just suspects that Jake may be a crazed killer. I don't know. So then Devin and Jake, they talk for a little while, and it becomes apparent that Devin has been recording his conversations with Jake and everything. And that just puts Devin in a pretty bad light, in my opinion, because why are you recording your conversations with this individual? It may be for his podcast, it may be to taunt or mess with him, but him recording the conversations is just a pretty bad look and everything. Lexy, she apologizes to Jake for what she did, but her apology seems forced. It doesn't seem real and everything. Like, it seems as if like she is not sorry for the way that she acted at the party and what she did and everything else. Sometime later, Chucky is having a tea party with Caroline, Lexy's sister, and the parents is happy that Caroline has something to play with and everything. Although Lexy is just freaked out of her mind because she just has that feeling that something is just off with the doll of Chucky. And then sometime later, Lexy, she has a huge party and everything. And then this huge meeting happens at Jake's school between Jake's family and Lexy family. Lexy's family try to make it seem as if like Jake is the bully and Lexy is the victim. And the parents find out the whole truth about what Lexy did at the party with her impersonating Jake's father when he was getting killed and everything. And parents need to take accountability for their kids' actions. She has just done the absolute most to Jake. Like, I really did not understand, like, why does she hate Jake that much? Like, what did Jake do to her that bad to make her hate him like that? Besides the talent show, I'm wondering if something happened beforehand, before the TV show even happened. And then we get a flashback scene of when Chucky witnesses his father's murder right beforehand, as his father is telling him to go run, make a run for it and everything. And his father just gets stabbed numerous times. And so we see Chucky. It seems as if like he catches Lexy, but he catches Oliver instead. And instead of just not killing him, Chucky just basically said, frick it. And he just makes a t-shirt just for the sake of it out of Oliver. And I have to give it to Oliver. He took them stabbings like a prison inmate, got stabbed up like 20 to like 30 times and everything. And no witnesses. Like, this is the most mind-boggling part. Like, how come nobody didn't see nothing? Somebody should have taken off their headphones just to see what was going on. Like, come on now. Like, those headphones are not that good at noise cancellation. Like, what the freak? And then sometime later, Lexy and Chucky, they finally meet as Chucky, he preys upon her behind her And when Lexy is smoking a joint and everything, Chucky basically sneaks up from behind and tries to kill her. And what happens after the fact is that a huge house fire happens as a small lit of like flame happens, a huge blaze erupts, and this is where Lexy finally sees Chucky for what he is. She finally sees Chucky as the crazy doll. She knows that Chucky is alive. She knows who Chucky is now. And meanwhile, Jake, he is at the grave site of his parents. He's talking to them and everything. He apologizes for both of them for all the mistakes that he's done and everything. And I still feel absolutely horrible for Jake. Like, this man has not done anything to anybody, maybe except for Lexy at the talent show, but she had it coming beforehand. Like, I still feel sorry for Jake. I really do. The fire continues, and paramedics, I guess the fire trucks, they hear and everything. Like, I guess they're going to the house, and another flashback scene occurs, and it just shows Chucky catching his first body, and his first body being his mom. And to make it even more messed up, the killer himself, who killed his father, tells Charles on how to get away with it, how to clean up, like how to just like cover things up and that type of stuff. And so, yeah, that is how the episode basically ends. I felt like this was not a bad episode, as a lot of just jacked up things just happened and everything. Some deserved, some not deserved. I would say some of the things that I enjoyed about this episode was that Lexy finally getting what's coming to her. Although she wasn't killed, which sucks, but Chucky definitely did put a lot of fear into her, as she's seen it herself. Chucky walking, Chucky talking, being alive and everything, and just being Chucky. Oliver, he may have been a piece of crap. He did not deserve to get killed, like, just for the sake of it. And that was beyond messed up in my opinion. Chucky, Charles killing his mom, that was some cold-hearted mess as well. Like, you don't go back from that. You just don't go back from that. Some of my predictions that I feel is going to happen within the next few episodes, I feel as if like Jake is definitely going to get in some type of trouble for some of the killings that Chucky has done, because it is just getting a little bit way too suspicious. That detective is going to get into some things she can't get out of and might get killed herself with what she's endured. I think that Lexy is going to be a lot more nicer to Jake, as she has to, because Chucky and everything else. But only time will tell with what happens next. Not a bad episode in my opinion. I would say thank you for watching, and until next time, everybody, goodbye.